I don't even know what I was playing. Which pedals were this? Let's talk about the pedal in a second. Hey everyone, welcome to the Thomann Guitars and Basses YouTube channel. My name is Kris. I'm all by myself, not really, actually. I have three wonderful gentlemen here who are taking care of everything that you see and hear and accompany me, which is going to be necessary because we are going to be experimenting here. Right, Phil?
Oh, always.
Phil is sitting at the live switcher desk. He's one of the videographers. Lucas is here behind me. And Teemu's taking care of all the tonal pleasure, tonal satisfaction that we're about to experiment, hopefully. Depends on my abilities. Welcome to this live stream. This is going to be an experiment, and I don't even know what is going to be happening and what we will experiment with. Well, I know the pedals, but I guess it's fair to say that I'm not a professional when it comes to these absolutely mind-blowing bit crushers, phase shifters, reverse pitch modifying delays, and robotic sounding pedals, clinging pedals. That's a new Denglish word. It's going to be really interesting, and I'm looking forward to this. I have a few pedals that are not super over the top, like they're the more traditional kind of crazy. Talking about the Octahive from Beatronics, which is an Octafuzz. It's not really new at all, right, Jimmy? But it's still something that needs to be in context to sound awesome. Like if you just jam alone and play an Octafuzz, it's pretty harsh and full of harmonics and everything. It's weird, but as soon as you play with a band, it's really cool. Then the Rainbow Machine, which is it is crazy, don't get me wrong, but it can do sort of a subtle, pretty kind of crazy. We're going to get into that too. We also have the Syntax Air from Alexander, which is crazy. You've heard that in the intro jam. The Data Corruptor, Earthquaker Devices. I think I will need Teemu, our audio guy, who's also a synth dude. He plays keyboard and synth and everything. So he might understand weird words as oscillator and square wave and stuff like that. So I might need some help there. And we also have the Red Panda Particle, which is a pitch shifter and a delay, and it doesn't really do what you expect a normal pedal to do, but it does weird and awesome stuff. We also have some other pedals up there in the front row or the back row, depending on where you're looking at, from the Death by Audio Robot, the Maleko. What is it? Goatkeeper, right? Yeah, Goatkeeper. It's tremolo. Is it right?
It's a tremolo.
But it's not your Fender amp kind of tremolo. Then the Odobit we have here from Maris, and the Total Sonic Annihilation 2 by Death by Audio. It's quite a crazy collection. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Let me say hello to you guys. What is going on? Transparent, ZC, Boo Ninja in the house. Phil Gabriel, hello there. You're late again. Oh, hello from Berlin. Hashtag Salvatore does a photograph. I'm sorry, I cannot read very long words sometimes. Salvatore Salvatore Dasaro photograph. I needed 5 tries, but you know.
Isn't that a bit inconvenient being Hungarian and not being able to read long words?
It's way easier in your own language. You gotta admit that. Yeah. But you're right. Yeah. I mean, German is pretty strong with long words as well, right?
They can be super long, but essentially, it's only words put together.
Yeah,
so
it's not one word. It's cheating. That's what it is.
If you know all the words separately, you know the whole word.
Yeah, exactly. But that's actually a very nice thing about the German language. In case you want to learn German, or you are learning already, it's such a logical, well, 50% of it is the most logical thing on this planet. The other 50%, you're gonna sweat. But it's a fun language to learn. I learned to love it while I was learning it. I didn't really like it, but then I started learning, and whatever. Weird things, languages, I love them. Chad says, hey, love channel, great information, thanks. Well, let's make sure that you get some actual good information. why don't we start with something more traditional? The Octahive from Beatronics, which is an Octafuzz as told. It has 2 settings. It can do less crazy, but let's stick to the Octafuzz tone. I might ask Timo to prepare some kind of old school bluesy kind of backing. But first, let's hear the guitar without the pedal on, and then the Octahive engaged. This is my tally. It goes right now. All of this is disengaged. It goes straight into the Rev D20 on the clean channel and into a polymer cabinet with Celestion Greenback 75 speakers. It sounds really nice and dry. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so that's gonna be the Octahive engaged. I want to make sure that we have some sort of actual useful information here. In case you don't know this and you're playing octafuzzes, try the neck pickup, especially on guitars with single coil neck pickups. Try that around the 12th fret. Everyone who knows these kind of fuzz, like the octave fuzz kind of effects, kind of experience this, but if you're new to it, this is actually where the magic happens. For some reason, the octave and all the harmonics just pop out and it sounds insanely cool. I just start somewhere down here in the neck and come up to the 12th fret that you hear how much more you hear the octave in this region. It's so cool. And remember, neck pickup. I love it. It's so cool. Let's try with some backing track. Do you have anything? We have some awesome backing tracks from Elevated Jam Tracks. Shout out to Elevated Jam Tracks. Awesome, awesome channel. Check out his stuff. We bought our favorite. Is it the full package, or was it the full package a few years ago?
It was the full package,
Yeah.
but I mean, we're talking 2016, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Back when Phil and I run this business, the two of us, the old days of the Thomann videos, we bought the Elevated Jam Tracks package to have something to improvise on and to play over. So highly recommend it. I hope we can throw a link to him in the live chat maybe, or
I'll put it in a live chat and
Nice.
also in the description.
yeah, check him out. Awesome dude, by the way, and great jam tracks. What do we have, Timo?
We have Bluesy Groove.
I'll tell you the keys.
Yeah, I can try. etc. It's pretty tricky to find out the key with a guitar that's tuned to E flat. So none of the keys is gonna be on an obvious spot on the neck, but yeah, that's so cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a nice fuzz, Octafuzz. All these have their vibes, and they will fit most traditional sounds and styles definitely, and clearly anything more modern as well, right? You could do whatever stoner rock. You could do just messy, whatever indie rock. It just works for everything, right?
Also, the way you can lift your solo up a notch by just starting without the octave and then.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it has a switch, right?
Yeah, you can go back to like a normal fuzz, but the Octafuzz thing is just crazy if you have like a spot in your solo where you really want it to punch everyone in the face. It's just so, it jumps out of the mix, right, Teemu?
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it's those frequency ranges that get pushed that are just right here. So it's a really cool tone as well. It sounds weird enough. If you just play some nice melodies with it, it's something that people will remember. Whether they like it or not, they will remember that part of the solo. All right, let me check the comments if there are any questions or new people jumping in. Okay, there is Tapa Brata Gosh. There are no mouth, right? Yeah, just these kind of smileys. ZC, Kris, is that your favorite guitar? Hell yeah. I don't want to talk a lot about it. It's my telly. You will see this a lot in case you watch a few videos where I'm also in on this channel, on my channel, whatever it is. This is just a great pedal, first of all, because I love playing it. It's very inspiring for me, so that helps a lot to experiment with crazy pedals like in this live stream, but also whatever we do on the channel. It feels like home, so I don't have to struggle with the guitar. I can focus on getting nice tones or talking about the subject of the video. And also, a good reason or an important reason why I play the telly a lot, because it sits kind of in between the humbucker world and the Strat kind of single world, because it is single coil, it's closer to the Strat sound, but it has that mid-range that makes it more, well, universal. Universally usable. Nice phrases, Kris. Good job. Yeah, that's why Guillaume, who's by the way not here. Ha! Where's Guillaume? He's on vacation. Guillaume, if you're watching this, I hope you're having a good time. A nice cold beer. Also see you the day after tomorrow. I'm gonna need some weightlifting. We're moving studios, by the way. This is a random tease, but you guys are going to be seeing some crazy good looking stuff very soon, and we'll update you. But yeah, this is a telly, and I love it. Full stop. Let's see what's up here. Transparent writes, Radiohead made a whole career by using weird sounds. One of the most successful rock bands ever, would say.
Also Korn.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So many bands who you could think of who use crazy, like low octave fuzz tones. Queen of Stone Age, right?
Queens of the Stone Age.
Queens of the Stone Age, totally.
Yeah, and he made a super crazy misery about his pedal board.
Yeah.
For, I think all the.
Yeah, no one knew what he's really using, and they like did some weird miking as well in the studios, like used a mic that was 2 rooms apart, like further away from the amp and behind the amp and inside the amp, and so there is some crazy stuff you can make sound like music if you know how. This is an experiment, as I've written on the thumbnail. Let's see. Let's get into some wild stuff. Okay. One last round in the comments. Luis Perez, hello, love from Peru. Crazy Luis, so nice to have you here. Wow, that's.
I think someone said that it would be a great replacement for the Octavia fuzz.
Oh.
And if you want to play one last sound, I think the honey is the key to that, right? If you play with less honey, you get a more Hendrixy sound.
Honey is, well, it's really hard to tell which is the gain. Pre and honey, both are kind of gain, but it's in a different vibe. I mean, I can tweak with the knob just for a second and see what happens. Yeah, let's do that.
Yes.
Oh man, it's so good. Let's try with lots of honey and not a lot of pre. Oh, it's speedy and gated. It doesn't like crazy chords. Okay, so I think the honey is some kind of bias thing. One of them has to be gain and one is like bias, I guess. But it's just one of those pedals that I love. They're more intuitive than, like, you don't need to read what's under the knob. You just tweak it and you find tones that inspire you. And isn't that the most important part of using all these gadgets, right? Gadgets, plural, Kris. Syntax error from Alexander.
Speaking of error.
Speaking of error. All right, this is gonna be a trial and error kind of live stream anyhow. So I'm chilled. I'm looking forward to whatever is gonna happen with this pedal. Which loop? I messed up this beautiful board. Can we show the pedal board? Are we showing the pedal board? This used to be a tidy, beautifully rebuilt by Guillaume studio pedal board.
Just a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Oh man, it literally broke my heart to mess it up and put all these other pedals in it. Instead of like except for 3 pedals, I swapped everything, and now I don't know what these are doing. I cannot remember in which loop I have the pedals, but hey, I'm gonna find it out. This used to be the Pantheon, so that's gonna be the OD. Yes. Alexander, syntax error. I'll fool around with it. It says it's an audio computer system. Well, thanks. Now I know what it's gonna be doing. It says sample code, mix, which is level, and tweak, and then you can go between stretch, ring, cube, and frequency. I'm guessing we'll notice which effect is on at the moment. This should be a ring modulator. It is. Yeah, it's fun. I'm not sure if it would fit in a blues cover band, but I kind of like to mix in a bit of craziness into usable, more traditional tone, and just use it as a spice, I guess, or like seasoning. That was awesome. That's the Archer, just for a bit of drive because too much clean tone doesn't do any good. The OD is the syntax error, and I had the UAFX Golden Reverberator on for just a bit more space. That's cool. I went over, by the way, to frequency modulation, I guess, frequency something, from the ring modulator, which, I don't know, it's really cool, right?
I can be your manual if you want. Shifts the frequencies of the input signal by a fixed amount.
Ah, nice.
This one will change the pitch of incoming audio, but unlike a traditional pitch shifter, it doesn't maintain the intervals between the notes you play into it.
So cool. Yeah, I still do not understand what I'm doing when I'm tweaking its knobs, even though I can read the words. It just, it makes me play differently, and that's, I think, my first important sort of input. Like whenever I play ridiculous pedals that just don't do the things you expect them to do, as a guitar player at least, they just change the licks you gravitate towards, and I think that's awesome. Like, of course, it's weird that you then, if you write a song, you will have to stick to that pedal probably for the rest of your life, or at least as long as the band exists, because otherwise it's going to be hard to play it live. But I mean, that's been done so many times, right? John Frusciante and so many other, even Mick Thompson, Slipknot. We did a rig rundown years ago, and like 2 years ago, I think in 2020.
Yeah, 2 or 3
yeah,
years,
2020. It was.
2020?
I remember it was before the world went different. Let's put it this way, pandemic, and he uses one of this really old rack effect units just for this one intro. I'm not sure if it was duality or whatever. So you can be brave and go for something wild, and yeah, it's just gonna be that pedal for that tone. I mean, isn't that the same for a standard overdrive as well? Like you buy an overdrive or an amp for its overdriven or distorted tone, and you need that piece of gear for that tone, right? I mean, it's more versatile, but the thing is that if you want that overdrive, you need that piece of gear anyhow. So what is really the difference?
The difference is just if you use too many of the weird effects.
Yeah.
Because then after having a career for 40 years, you have...
you need a truck. Where's my pedal board? Go in, John!
On the other hand, if you had a career for 40 years, you will have roadies.
Some, not all. Okay, that's cool. I will take a look at the live chat. Transparent is laughing at me. He says like the new standard tuning, lol, because I mentioned that I'm in E flat. Yeah, I could, but then it would be too easy. Amanda, hey Amanda, there's beer involved. I'm certain. I'd certainly laugh even more if there was beer involved. Do we have alcohol-free beer around? We had some, but it was terribly warm, so no one wanted to open it.
I think she's talking about gamification.
I think so too.
If we're talking about gamification, you can be damn sure that there's beer involved. I mean, isn't that the case for every kind of vacation from every single human being? Melanie Meinhardt, hey everyone, sorry I'm late. What did I miss? Oh, I'm not sure if I can explain, but you can rewatch the beginning if you're into crazy stuff. All right. Arcade video game music. ZC writes, it seems Super Mario or something like that. Yeah, of course. I mean, bit crushers and all these pitch modulator thingies will do that kind of 8-bit, super old gaming kind of arcade tones, for sure. If you're old enough to know what a Commodore 64 is, you've heard enough of those theme musics and game musics. All right, let's move on. Data Corruptor, Earthquaker, which is confusing. First of all, it's beautiful. It's pretty big, and it has many things that I know only from the synthesizer world. which means that I'm not a master of it. Which loop? That's gonna be the modulation. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Okay, so I have it set like this. Cannot tell too much about it. Can you show it? We have the subharmonics on -2 octave unison. Then the master oscillator is somewhere at 1, which means it's it's unison. And the oscillator subharmonics in square is kind of mild, like under 12 o'clock. Sounds like this. Well, it does sound like a synth. What a surprise, with so many harmonics and intervals involved. No surprise. And also, I guess the signal gets more and more crushed into square wave signal as you turn up the square. Let's try it. I guess it's gonna become more radical, maybe even more loud, so I have to compensate. But let's see what that does. If we can make it subtle and also even more crazy.
It's a fuzz. It's a fuzz added in, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, fuzzes will also mess up your signal, like the wave signal, and sort of chop it all over the place. So it is like a crazy synthy kind of fuzz, I guess, which is, I like it. Can you give me some kind of backing track? Surprise me. Yeah, we talked about this before we went live, that the backing tracks are like that we have from animated jam tracks are mostly like bluesy, chilled, vibey, groovy kind of backing tracks. So nothing really crazy and doomy and and none of that. So will probably funny to
Let's
try to
see
play
what
over.
you can do with this one.
Just give me a key.
C minor, so
Thank you.
C sharp.
Yeah.
You can go, yeah.
Okay. I guess it's enough of that. Yeah, I would not play soul-y, jazzy, funky, groovy stuff with this. Obviously, more like the Jamiroquai kind of lick that I played at the beginning. What was it? That kind of vibe. It's massive. It's a wall of sound, which is really cool. For anything else than elevator kind of
I
chill.
did like what you did with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All I can see is laughs, laughing emojis. Poo Ninja's here. Mega Man uses those tones, he says. I'm guessing it was about the syntax error, maybe already the data corrupter. Elevated Tom makes rock tracks too. I do know that, Pooh. We just do not own those, unfortunately. Maybe there are some rock tracks as well, but I guess we kind of chose the bluesiest of all. Or maybe back in 2016, he mainly had bluesy stuff. And he covered way more styles now. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, what else do we have here? They're gonna think there's a problem with Kris's feed. Yeah, well, yeah. Let's move on to the Rainbow Machine. I had this in the thumbnail, and it's one of the pretty sounding ones because I didn't only want to have crazy bit crushing effects. This is where the bonsai used to be. So let's see what. So it's there's some reverb built in for sure. There is, was there a delay even? Definitely, or like a delayed pitch shifting effect, which you can change the amount of pitch shifting with the pitch knob. Obviously, at 12 o'clock, it pretty much stays at the same pitch with like a chorus, like not exactly the same pitch, but it sort of vibrates a little. Super dreamy. And if you want to go nuts, you can go at least one, if not two octaves down or up, and it just kind of rises. Like each and every delay, like repeat, goes higher on the scale. So, and then again, you have two different interval, I guess, the primary and the secondary, or two different delays that get pitch modulated differently. That's how it sounds.
Exactly, because that's if you.
He read the manual.
I came prepared.
That's that guy.
If you put the primary and the secondary to noon, you essentially have a triple chorus.
Yeah.
Like 3 signals.
Yeah. Let's write it. All 3 at noon, right? so Earthquaker devices, right? Awesome. All right. Let's move on. Red Panda Particle. Let's see if there's anything, any questions. Got to get to work. Love for Ukraine. Peace out. Absolutely green rumor. Thank you for joining in. It's so nice to have you here in the chat. So cool. Let's try the particle, because I'm guessing it's gonna be quite a few minutes of me just playing weird stuff, because it's a delay and it's a pitch shifter and it's a crazy combination of both. Really, it's just one of those cases where it's more than just the sum of its parts, right? Because well, let me play it and then you'll know what I'm talking about. Reverse delay, obviously. There's a pitch shifting one. Okay, no way I can improvise anything usable with this. This is the kind of crazy random effect that you really need to work or get used to, I guess. Like, it's not the kind of, all right, 1, 2, it's not gonna work. But if you get in a vibe, just play with it, and it will help you to come up with something that only works with an effect type like this. I guess this is how you guys write. Phil is in a post-rock band and they write crazy stuff, and he plays bass. His guitar players have some weird stuff on the board. How do you guys come up with these weirdo things? Does the guitar player come over and say like, oh, listen to this? Or do you just jam everything in the rehearsal room?
Pretty much all of it is jammed at the beginning.
Okay.
And then if we find something we like, then I mean, you add stuff in all the time that you have said anyhow, or that you can tweak in real time. But sometimes also, if you want to find a new texture and the bass layer of the song is there already, then I'd even sit down with something like a Nemesis and figure out some kind of rhythmic delay that I want there on my bass.
As you do.
As you do. If you have the space. Without a singer, you have the space, you know? Yeah, and I think that's something that you would do with that kind of pedal as well, right?
Yeah.
Also, I just wanted to say, because, I mean, you can use that as just an effect somewhere, if you like the sound of it, and let it do random things. But I know that the Red Panda is also syncable through MIDI clock.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you want to go like all out and want the pitch shifting in your tempo, it can do that.
Yeah.
You can also mix modes and whatnot.
Yes, and you can save presets and everything. It's absolutely ridiculous how small this thing is and how many options there are. And most of it is overwhelming my brain. But hey, I'm just a guitar player. You know, that's all right. I'll try to find something that I can play with, something more spacey, moody, and ask for something chilled from Teemu. Let's see what that sounds like. That's my kind of thing. It's just a delay. What do you have, Teemu?
A minor.
Oh, thank God. Nice, A sharp. Crank it a little. That's so cool. Sorry, I had to end it with something more in my ballpark to keep the balance, because otherwise my brain would have, I don't know, morphed into something unknown by the human race. Pedal cam, Poo Ninja. Lucas is our pedal cam hero, looking for the current pedal that's active, which is not easy because it's a lot of pedals first, and second of all, as mentioned at the beginning, I had to reroute the whole pedal board, and there are some more pedals on the table because we needed enough loops. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crazy pedals from the warehouse. So sorry, Guillaume. Guillaume made this pedal board really pretty. Well, it used to be. Yeah, that's how it is. So smooth. Is it a slider or a person? Dude, you're awesome. Razul, great tone. Wow, I was not expecting a lot of compliments on the tone this time. Not because these pedals are not awesome, but because they're just odd. And that's awesome about them, but I guess I'm just too conservative when I choose stuff, because for me, these are so much fun to play. Still, it's just too unusual for me to think that people will like them. Does that make any sense? I think it does. It's they're just odd, and what the hell is wrong with odd? I think it's, it's just different, and different is awesome.
I mean, you'd have to write original music.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Have the time.
I mean, it depends,
and the creativity.
Wait, let me,
You mean you can play top 40 with that pedal board?
Well, why not? No, I want the data corruptor. Where is that here? Wish a song. You guys wish a song. Can you wish a top 40 classic rock song that I can play?
While you pick a song, not necessarily weird pedal related, but Death by Audio, Robot, that was the pedal that you used there, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mention it. Sorry,
It's so great that companies like Death by Audio or Ren and Cuff, there are some out there, they give you lifetime warranty on those pedals.
Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, it could happen that they break. They're both tough, but it could always happen on the road. But they give you lifetime warranty, no questions asked. And I think that's great.
So this Goatkeeper belongs to you, right? This is our video guys Phil's pedal, and it's a crazy one. I might even want to plug it in at the end. Yes.
Yeah, you can try. Put a fuzz in front of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have enough now. These. I mean, that's awesome about these pedals. They are not cheap. Yeah, sure, but the attention to detail and all the emotions that these people have to their product, it's like they're really proud of them. It's like they're, kind of child or children. It's so cool to see all that passion involved. That's why I love all these crazy effects, and not only the crazy ones, obviously, the normal ones as well, because if it's those fun people sitting in a workshop somewhere, it doesn't matter if it's Greece or whatever, America or Germany or wherever in the world, and they make awesome stuff, and they really want people to like their stuff and get to know their stuff. That's passion. I love that. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, sidetrack. As always.
Sabbath.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, but Sabbath is too fuzzy. Also, I hate to admit it, but Sabbath was always so cool of a band for me that I never even tried to learn any of their licks. Also, I always had a way too modern high gain sound to even go there. How's Warpix? That's my best Sabbath. Let's go there. Killer. I love it. Earthquaker devices, you really nailed that right out of stone. I'm so proud. Yeah, it's probably best to write own licks. It's what we're trying to say. Or, yeah, if you're playing, I don't know, Korn songs or Radiohead or all those bands that use really cool. Muse have some crazy modern fuzz tones and synth-like tones. So it's an awesome experiment, really, to try out all these different odd effects. I want to plug this one in. Maybe right here in the middle. That's in, out. Okay. Might work. It's a little crowded here in this board, but we can make it work.
Who asked what a ring modulator actually is?
Is that a question?
Yeah. I mean, I could try.
Yeah, I think you're better off trying, because I would just say how it sounds, but I could never guess
know better
the actual technical explanation.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think a ring modulator works in a way that you have one signal that's, for example, a sine wave.
Okay.
And then you have a second signal that's modulated through some kind of weird other waveforms, maybe even a mix of other waveforms that gets added to it, and the addition causes like
the oscillation, basically.
And of course it cancels some bits out and some get added on, and that's your signal then.
That's where the randomness comes.
Weird, because it ends up being a super weird waveform.
Okay, and a very different pitch than your original tone, because maybe the root tone gets filtered out or phased out in a way, I guess. Teemu, anything to add to that?
Nope, that was good.
Wow, I'm so proud. I have the best team ever. I only can tell you how I cannot play it. That's all right, let's check out the Goatkeeper. Do you have any initial, I don't know, presets or anything you want to say about it, Phil? It's Phil's pedal, that's why I'm asking.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's a tremolo, but not your. I mean, it can be your regular tremolo.
Okay.
But the funky thing is that you've got two steps.
I can see that. W1, W2.
And you can have them after another, or added on top of each other.
Ooh. So the tremoloed signal gets tremoloed again.
Yeah.
If it's on top of each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's the same signal, but you have a square wave and a sine wave simultaneously, for example.
All right. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Wow, that's killer. Wow. And clearly, because of its design, I immediately gravitate towards crazy settings. Like I'm 100% sure that it can do the pretty Fender blackface kind of tremolo, but all I want to hear now is this madness. Maybe I can try to make it a bit more subtle and go for something fuzzy for a last nice jam. Let me take a last look at you guys. Stanislav is here. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Stanislav's comment. Sabbath. Wished for Black Sabbath. Poo Ninja recommends get We Sold Our Souls for rock and roll and learn it, Kris. I can do that. Well, not right now maybe, but I can definitely, if I don't forget about it, I will prepare that for our next live stream. Can you guys remind me, please? Cool sounds. Deja Voodoo. Hey, Deja Voodoo. Nice to see you here. I blame Billy Corgan and Jack White mostly. Yes. Before that, he wrote, Omar from Mars Volta is my fave weird effect dude, even when he plays a ring mod. Yeah, totally. Billy Corgan, obviously. That list is long. We could list them for quite a few minutes, and that's awesome. Let's do something that I can actually play. Set up a nice fuzz tone. Let's stick to Octafuzz. Maybe a bit less radical trem and some nice delay with the particle. I think that's doable. Let me tweak for a sec, and then I'll ask Teemu for something. Surprise me. Okay.
I have already prepared.
Oh no! Oh no! You guys, can you just stop watching this right now before I do things that I will not want to rewatch ever in my life? Alrighty. You guys are awesome. Willett is here. Hello, everybody. Yeah, well, I guess you'll have a lot more to rewatch than what's left of this to watch right now. But that's fine. It's about the same amount of fun or non-fun. Depends on how you like crazy effects. I might put this one in, which is the right one, the other one. And then tweak myself a nice fuzz, tremolo, particle delay kind of tone for my last jam. So here we go. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. This was rather surprising in every possible meaning of this word. Yeah, let us know. And next time it's gonna be in 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Yeah. In case you wanna write some more comments here in the chat while I'm tweaking and jamming, let us know what kind of themes are you interested in? Because next time we have G back in the room, so it's gonna be K and G kind of live stream. Guillaume is gonna be here as well, so we can discuss whichever themes you guys want to talk about. Kind of effects, styles, guitars, weird stuff, strings, picks. I know you're not gonna be. You don't want us to talk about picks. Let's do this. Thanks for joining in, and have 2 fantastic weeks until we meet again. Bye bye.